Hello and welcome to this weather update. And today we had some sunshine, a lot of clouds, and quite a bit of haze in the air today that I want to show you that we had to deal with today. So it was not a great clear day. It was more comfortable. Temperatures did reach the around 82, 83 degrees here on Long Island. Dew points were in the upper 50s for a time. Now they're rising back up into the low 60s. But we've had a lot of haze and just not a nice clear looking sky at all, and unusual colors in the sky, and I believe this is all due to dust and sand, fine particulates from the Sahara that is blowing in, and especially towards sunset. The colors really got rather interesting to look at. So without further ado, I guess we'll get to this weather update, but very unusual sky conditions and no clear skies in sight in our future, unfortunately. Alright, so we're going to start off looking at some of the temperatures and the dew points across our area. And temperatures have dropped into the 70s after hitting the mid-80s today. We have temperatures in the mid-70s, 75 at Farmingdale, 75 at Islip, 73 at Gabreski Airport, 73 at East Hampton, 74 at Montauk, 75 at JFK. As we head inland, yeah, the city's still holding on to 81, it looks like. Even Toms River has cooled down to 75. There's a sea breeze that has developed. However, the dew points have come up a little bit with that sea breeze. They were in the upper 50s. Now they're up to around 62 at Farmingdale, 63 at Islip, and further east you go, the higher they get. East Hampton 66, and Montauk 67, and JFK 67. And Toms River, still highest dew point at Toms River, 68. Oh, no, never mind. Atlantic City, 69. So, yeah, that is what is going on with the observations. If we take a look and see what the high temperatures were today, which we'll go to now. Yeah, if we take a look at the high temperatures, Islip has hit 82 degrees today. Well, that's not too bad. That is not too bad, but there were a lot of clouds around throughout the day. And if we go and we look at the city, we'll see what Central Park hit. Alright, so it is warmer there, still 80 degrees, and yeah, 82 in the city too. You can see mostly cloudy conditions. The clouds really built by the afternoon. And we go ahead and we look at Toms River. Let's see what Toms River hit today. Toms River hit 86. So Toms River is still hotter than everybody else, even today. So now let's take a look at the satellite, and you'll see all the clouds over our area. This morning we had a lot of high clouds, and then the high clouds broke up, and then we had a lot of cumulus clouds forming. So not really a very clear sky today, unfortunately, and it does not look like we're going to see any clear skies in the foreseeable future. And I want to look at the high-resolution satellite image here to show you not only the clouds, we're going to also talk about the haze in the air too, and where it could be coming from. Just the air quality has not been good. We haven't really had good air quality. This is because we just can't seem to get into that clean air from up north. The jet stream is... we have actually a jet stream that's completely non-functional at this point, meaning that we don't have a jet stream. I'll put it that way. We don't have a jet stream. What we have, and we will look when we get into the forecast, I'll show you that, but I want to show you there is some smoke around too, and this is because I want to show you all the smoke that's coming from these fires out in California. These terrible fires that are occurring in California. It's really, if we back it up to yesterday, you can see, just look at all that smoke. You would think a volcano has erupted here, but no, it's actually huge wildfires burning in Southern California. We're going to get to the reason why those are burning and why they it doesn't look like much relief is going to be coming for them either. But again, just this wildfire situation. California is just one spot they're burning. They're burning all over the globe, as we talked about before. Burning in Siberia. We can go and look over there. This is yesterday's satellite. Let me go over this way. They're burning over here. You can see over here. You can see the smoke from this. This is Siberia. So again, this is yesterday's. I think we do have from today too. You can see the smoke too. Just terrible. Just terrible. This is we're definitely seeing things that that I've never seen before. It's just unbelievable. I want to show you why I think the haze we're getting the haze, and it's not, believe it or not, not from the wildfires. We have just large amounts of dust just blowing off the Sahara deserts in this whole area here. Because it's been hotter than normal and it's been windier than normal, and so we're seeing a lot of dust blowing out of the equator and then winding up going over the tropics, and you could see some of the yellowish over here over our area. And so I think we're seeing some dust from the Sahara, that or sand from the Sahara in the air, well, very fine particles, which is causing this haze in the air. And I'm thinking that's why we're seeing that, because you see it's just blowing from east to west, and it's blowing with the trade winds, which blow from east to west. So it's blowing in with the trade winds, and we have this ridge over here that's bringing it up the east coast, and really it's all over the whole country right now. So if your skies have been hazier than normal, it may not just be the smoke, it may also be this this dust that's coming off the Sahara. And while we're here at earthnullschool.net, I want to show you all the areas that are above normal here with the ocean. I'm giving you the widest view possible. First of all, we can start to see an El Nino develop over here. All right, this is this area here. Once this goes above normal, there's going to be an El Nino developing here for as we head into the fall and the winter. All right, but for now we have very hot, much above normal temperatures. Over the let me zoom in a little bit here if we can. Will it let me? Actually, it's giving us the current water temperature. That's not what I want. I want to zoom in a little bit. I'm using a different thing, so we better just keep it at that. Anyway, you could see here that we have very much above normal water in the Gulf of Alaska, as well as off the east coast. These bright yellows are very much above normal ocean temperatures here. Not so much in the Caribbean, and not so much over here off the coast of Africa. And this all has to do with that dust. That dust coming off the coast of Africa actually is a very good thing because it's inhibiting the development of any tropical storms and hurricanes. So hopefully we have that dust right through the end of the summer into September and maybe even October, because that will hopefully keep any hurricanes from developing, especially if we have this ridge in place. And that ridge is what we're going to be talking about next. Okay, I want to show you this Ventus sky site again, because we have a lot of, you can see that ridge right there. There it is in the Atlantic. It hasn't gone anywhere. We just had a little push of dry air that came in from the northwest that's now going to start retreating again. As we look at this huge ridge here in the Atlantic, this huge ridge that isn't going anywhere because we have no jet stream right now. Basically, and I'll get to that no jet stream in a moment here. We're going to look at the temperatures. You can see a lot of heat overused, and this is why we have these fires going on. It's very dry over here. Look at these temperatures. Look at how hot it is, even in the Pacific Northwest, a place that never used to get hot. Now sees look at 103. That's crazy. All right, 100 degrees. All right. And if we look at the humidity, and I just look at relative humidity now. All right. You see how low the humidity is here, 10%. So we have this very low humidity, high temperatures, and we have winds, strong winds. So if we look at the winds, you'll see, 20 miles an hour, 22 miles an hour. This is very bad. All right, very bad. And you can see here over our area with very light winds, not a whole lot of winds at all, really. And if we go back to temperature, you'll see here that temperature 76. So it's not, like I said, not that bad over our area. But we're going to go back to the humidity, and we're going to look at the dew points. And again, you'll see that we have these high dew points now coming back up the east coast again. So temperature dew points are going to start increasing to the 60s tomorrow. But to our north, dew points are in the 50s, well to the 50s. We're going to Canada with dew points in the 50s too. But you see that ridge. That ridge basically is just pumping that humidity up the east coast, and that humidity is going to come back. And actually, I can actually slide this over here. I believe I can slide this. We can actually change the date. Let's change it to tomorrow, and we'll be able to see the dew point starting up front. Now we change it to 31st. All right, and then you see the higher dew point starting to come back up into the picture. See, so dew points already back into the 70s by Tuesday. So we'll be dealing with that, and I don't look forward to it. That's for sure, and it's going to suck. But this pattern just isn't changing, and it's really a problem, because if we look at the jet stream, I'll change this back to today. Again, the jet stream. What jet stream? We don't have a jet stream. Let me change it back to today. We change the jet. We'll go up to the high levels. Well, that looks like we have some semblance of a jet stream over here right now. Some semblance, but you can see how wavy it is and how diffuse it is. And that's the problem we have right now. But the problem is this jet stream here that we do have over us, which did strengthen, which is why we got some dry air in. That's why we got those thunderstorms. That jet stream, once we go into the 31st, look what happens. Yeah, you see how it's starting to get all wavy again and diffuse? Do you see that? That's the problem. And that ridge is going to be in place for, I don't know when it's going to go away, to be honest with you. Let's look at the models. Alright, so we're looking at the models. We'll start with the GFS. I guess what's the main one we're going to look at here. And you can see already see the ridge right there. And it's going to come back, and you can see as it comes back, I'm going to start getting that increasing humidity tomorrow, and along with that increased humidity comes the chance of showers and thunderstorms as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, probably into Thursday as well. Yep, and Friday, maybe too, and then Saturday. Yeah, it continues. You see that ridge isn't going anywhere. Look at that. It looks like it weakens a little bit by Monday, and maybe we get to see something similar to what we had today come into place for a day or two before that ridge builds right back again. There it is. So we're going right in August. That ridge, there's no change of this pattern. The jet stream, just like I said, just is all kinked up. It can't move the weather along like it's supposed to. And take a look at what's going on here in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. It looks like we have some tropical systems in the again in the southwestern Pacific. It's unusual to see that in that area so many storms. Actually, that one looks like it takes a turn into California. That's unusual. They could use the rain though, because it's been so dry. Maybe the only thing that's going to put out those fires, I'll tell you. So now let's go ahead and look at the dew points, and we'll see what happens here with the dew points. You still see dry air over us as we go into Monday. Still see some greens and yellows, but just to our south is the 70-degree dew point. So anything I would say south of New York City, especially Toms River, you're going to already be humid tomorrow. And then the humidity comes back in a big way again, and we'll be sweating profusely once again with the humidity. Dew points in the 70s right through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This is one of the most humid summers I can ever remember. And look at some areas even have it worse. Look over here, even around Chicago, dew points getting up to 78. Meanwhile, very low dew points out west. So pretty much the same wet pattern we've had is the same pattern we're going to be in. There's no relief from it. No relief. You can see that some relief tries to build in, but it kind of gets held off to the north. So if you want to get in it, you may have to go to Maine or Canada or something like that. But that's how we're doing with the dew points. Now we'll look at temperature anomalies. Good news is we won't have to deal with too much heat in our area. We'll just have to deal with a lot of humidity. So as we go into tomorrow, you can see actually some below normal temperatures here. There are some below normal temperatures here because, again, they're in a kind of a wet pattern over here, cool pattern. But for us, we've got I don't know. They're just really having some nice weather over here, I think. But the West Coast is going to be way above average, way above. You see where the brighter colors are, the more above average it's going to be. And nothing really changes, pretty much. Nothing really changes. So and then we start going up more above normal toward Thursday. Not much above normal for us. The only thing that keeps us from getting too hot is because there'll be a lot of clouds around, so that generally keeps the sun away. But you can see pretty much the areas that are there. There really is no change. It looks like it actually starts getting hotter by next Thursday, and then maybe we see a change toward the end. But this is so long range, it's really hard to say exactly what's going to happen. So we'll look at the actual air temperatures. All right, as we go into tomorrow, so you can see, yeah, temperatures in the 70s over here. So temperatures in the 70s over here. So it looks like nice weather in this area. They're not involved in that ridge. That's why. But it will start heating up, and the humidity will start increasing as we get later in the week for the middle of the country. But for us, we're going to be dealing with the humidity starting on Tuesday, and just a lot of heat all over, pretty much. If you're either dealing with heat or you're dealing with humidity. There's no, if you want cool and dry, that does not exist in the contiguous United States right now. Nowhere. Maybe over here, but maybe high in the mountains, but not really for our area, as you can see. And again, it looks like it starts heating up by next week. We could see a 90-degree over New York City, so it could start getting hotter as we head into next weekend. And into next week, it could actually start getting hotter and remain humid. What a horrible summer it has been for us. A horrible, one of the worst, most uncomfortable summers. Yeah, you see, the 2 weekends from now, it has temperatures getting well into the 90s, so it could really start getting hot again. I am not looking forward to that at all, one bit. And look at this, we're going here. So it just never ends. This weather, we are hardly had any nice weather this summer. It's been a complete disaster, and this is what it is with climate change. Let's see if there's anything else I want to look at. Well, we could look at sky cover if you want. See where the clouds are at. Other than that, I think that will be it for this model. Alright, so going tomorrow, you can see, yeah, there's some clouds over the Midwest, but looks like for the most part, it looks like they right around here. See, they're getting a cold front coming through here. They're going to get some dry, cooler air, but we're not going to get in any of that. We're stuck with the mad ridge. You can see it clearly in the satellite, that ridge, and no jet stream to push it out to sea, and it's very disturbing, to say the least. Not a normal weather. It's like we are having a monsoonal pattern almost. That's one way of putting it. A monsoonal pattern basically means that the land heats up faster than the ocean, so the land gets hot and then draws in the moisture from the ocean. There's no west to east flow to move the weather along. It's basically the air moving in off the ocean up the east coast, which is what we're seeing. So I want to show you some webcams in California. Show you. I guess we'll have to move this up a little bit. They're popping up over here. From California here, of the smoke and the haze that they're dealing with. Look at that. Barely any visibility. It's really murky over there. The smoke and the haze is terrible. You can see it right here. It's awful. It's awful. They're really socked in, even at the beach. Look at that. So it's really bad over all of California. A place known for nice clear weather, sunny weather, and look at that. It's just so hazy. Some of that may be due to the dust from the Sahara too. You can see that haze over here too as well. I'm gonna look at some of these cameras because I really want to show them to you. Let's see. Well, it looks like the sky is nice over here in Idaho. So Idaho looks like they have clearer skies over there. How about Seattle? There, maybe we have to zoom in a little more to get a few more. Let's see, I want to show you what this looks like. A little hazy there, a little hazy. A little hazy. Not as bad as California, but you can definitely see some haze in the air. And this is really bad, really bad. Let's see this. Yeah, so again, you can see the haze in the air. And they're just having a lot of these fires because it's so dry and it's so hot, and there's no rain. And the environment there, those forests, I don't know too much about them, if they are fire climax forests like pine barrens are. But I don't know. It's not a good situation, that's for sure. Oh, look at that. There you go. That's, you can't see anything over there. That's all smoke. That's all smoke right there. Just show you how hazy it is in these areas where the fires are burning. The air quality is terrible. People are being evacuated. People are losing their homes. It's terrible. It really is terrible. And this is all due to climate change. It's disrupting the balance of where some area it's either too wet or too dry. Here's another. Look at that one. Wow, that's really bad. That is really bad. Yeah, these fires are really, really bad over here. And actually, I do want to point. Oh wow, it's amazing. That one is clear. I don't know how they were able to get a clear sky over there. You see, they have piney woods in California, so I'm assuming, well, these pines may have a similar fire climax to pitch pine. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, that might be Oregon. I don't know too much about the West Coast, so if I get towns wrong, please understand that I'm not familiar with it. You can see the haze there. About here. Oh yeah, you can see it there too as well. That might be from the Sahara. That looks more like Saharan dust. Yeah, that looks more like Saharan dust. Because in Southern California, there aren't really many fires burning. It's probably just Saharan dust over here that's resulting in this haze. But it sucks because if you want a nice blue sky, you really can't go find one anywhere. Almost the whole Northern Hemisphere is either shrouded in smoke or dust. I want to look at some of the other areas here on the. I'm sure you're seeing that haze over here too in Denver. Oh yeah, yep, you see it there too. So it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Yeah, look at that. Definitely making some interesting colors. Let's see. Look at this. Yeah, you see it there. There you go. As we head east, the sun is setting. So. But you can definitely see it. Definitely see it in Texas too. You can see it. Let's see over here. That one's overexposed. Let's see if we can get one from Texas. Yep, you can see it in Texas too. Yep, there it is. So it's everywhere. This haze is everywhere, pretty much. Take a look at that. There you go. Perfect example of it. You can see it there. This is actually from the Sahara. This is actually dust from the Sahara causing this. I don't ever remember seeing this before either. Some strange stuff going on. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this weather update. So, oh yeah, one more thing I want to show you, and then that'll wrap up this weather update. Alright, we're going to wrap things up with this satellite image here of the fires exploding in California. Take a look right there. Looks like a bomb went off right there. Take a look at that. Wow. It's just amazing the amount of smoke these things are putting out. I've never seen fires this bad, and it's like the whole world is on fire. And it's funny, the earth is burning, and everybody's happily driving around in their Mercedes GLs, on their iPhones, completely unaware that the world is being destroyed around us. It's pretty sad. Is this what's going to happen to the human race? Well, I think a lot of people around the world know the seriousness of the climate problem, except the United States. People in this country. I'm pointing the finger at this country. I'm proud to be an American, but Americans, folks, the world is seeing our ignorance right now, and we've got to really do something about this. All right, plastic bags, plastic straws are not the problem. It's these damn pickup trucks and SUVs and gas-guzzling combustion engines that we need to get off the road. That is what we need to be doing. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I'm going to keep saying it, though. Anyway, that's it for this weather update. Take care.